Every city has its dirty secrets. This one wears a badge. Behind polished precincts and press conferences, a machine runs like clockwork. Arrests without records, charges without crimes, people who step into police cars and never step out again. The machine needs fresh talent. It finds Officer Ryan Calloway, young, hungry, eager to prove that power matters more than justice. They teach him well, which doors to knock on, which lives to ruin, which truths to bury. He learns his lessons perfectly, too perfectly. One night, one traffic stop, one wrong target, and the machine starts to break. Because Colonel Naomi Carter isn't just another name in a report. She's the crack in their foundation, the flaw in their system, the mistake that will burn their empire to the ground. They thought they were the predators. They forgot that even hunters can become prey. And some prey bite back. The night air carried a sharp chill as Officer Ryan Calloway adjusted his collar, a smirk playing across his clean-shaven face. 6 months on the force, and he already had the world figured out. The gleaming badge on his chest wasn't just a symbol of authority. It was a shield that made him untouchable. At least, that's what his training officer, veteran cop Marcus Rourke, had taught him. "Remember, kid," Rourke's words echoed in his mind. "Out here, we're the law. Some people just need to learn their place." Calloway had taken those words to heart, climbing the ranks faster than any rookie in recent memory. His reports always got approved without question. His methods were never scrutinized. The right handshakes, the right allies, and most importantly, the right targets. Tonight was another quota operation, a carefully orchestrated dance designed to justify the precinct's inflated crime statistics. The wealthy Sterling Heights district, with its manicured lawns and gated communities, needed to show it had its share of undesirables to keep the funding flowing. Calloway checked his watch. 11:45 p.m. The perfect time to catch someone who didn't belong. The radio crackled with routine chatter as his patrol car glided past rows of luxury homes. His eyes narrowed as a black Range Rover appeared in his rearview mirror, its sleek frame gleaming under the streetlights. The vehicle was too expensive for this time of night, too clean, too perfect. The driver was alone, a woman, from what he could see. Something about her calm, confident posture rubbed him the wrong way. Without hesitation, Calloway flipped on his lights. The Range Rover pulled over smoothly. No hesitation. No sudden movements. As he approached the driver's side window, he saw her, an elegant black woman in her late 30s, wearing a tailored business suit that probably cost more than his monthly salary. She sat with perfect posture, hands visible on the steering wheel at 10 and 2. "License and registration," Calloway demanded, not bothering with the usual pleasantries. The woman, Naomi Carter, according to her license, handed over her documents without a word. "Do you know why I pulled you over?" His tone dripped with practiced authority. "No, officer, I don't." Her voice was steady, cultured, with an edge of intelligence that made him uncomfortable. "Perhaps you could enlighten me?" Calloway's jaw tightened. "You were swerving back there. Have you been drinking tonight?" "I wasn't swerving, Officer Calloway." She read his nameplate with deliberate precision. "And I don't drink. Your dashcam will confirm both facts." The challenge in her voice made his blood boil. Nobody questioned him, especially not here. Especially not someone like her. "Step out of the vehicle, ma'am." "On what grounds?" "I said step out of the vehicle." Calloway's hand moved to his radio. "Unless you want to add resisting an officer to whatever else we find." Naomi's dark eyes studied him for a moment, taking in every detail of his posture, his expression, his poorly concealed anger. "Officer Calloway," she said evenly, "I'm going to remove my seatbelt now. Please don't mistake any of my movements as threatening." Calloway keyed his radio. "Dispatch, I need backup at my location. Subject appears aggressive." Within minutes, 2 more patrol cars arrived, their lights painting the street in alternating red and blue. Officers Dan Mercer and Paul Blake emerged, hands resting casually on their weapons. They'd worked with Calloway before. They knew the drill. "What seems to be the problem here?" Mercer asked, his voice carrying the false concern of someone who had already decided guilt. Subject was swerving. Possibly intoxicated, Calloway reported. Now she's being uncooperative. Blake moved to the passenger side, while Mercer flanked Calloway. They had done this dance before. 3 officers against 1 civilian. The intimidation factor was usually enough to break most people's resolve. But Naomi remained perfectly still, her expression unchanged. "Officers, I understand you have a job to do," she said calmly. "However, I want to be very clear that any actions you take right now are being recorded. Not just by your cameras." Calloway laughed. "Is that a threat, ma'am?" "No, Officer Calloway. Just a statement of fact." Out of the vehicle. Now. Calloway reached for the door handle. Naomi complied with deliberate slowness, each movement measured and precise. As she stood, her height matched Calloway's. Her presence somehow made him feel smaller despite his uniform and backup. "Turn around." "Hands behind your back," Blake barked. "I'm assuming I'm under arrest," Naomi said. "I'd like to know the charges." Calloway grabbed her arm, spinning her around with more force than necessary. "Driving under the influence, resisting arrest, and we'll see what else we find." As the handcuffs clicked into place, Naomi didn't resist. She didn't raise her voice. She simply stated, "I look forward to discussing this in court, Officer Calloway." The ride to the precinct was silent, but Calloway's mind raced with possibilities. This woman was too calm, too controlled. She needed to learn that in this city, his badge meant more than her money or her attitude. At the station, Sergeant Todd Frawley was waiting. One look at the situation, and he knew exactly what to do. The booking process was swift, efficient, and carefully manipulated. Frawley's fingers flew over the keyboard, crafting a narrative of aggression and resistance that never happened. She tried to strike Officer Calloway during the arrest. Frawley muttered as he typed. Showed signs of intoxication and belligerent behavior. A figure appeared in the doorway, Lieutenant Robert Tate, one of the highest-ranking officers in the precinct. His presence at a routine booking was unusual, but Calloway had learned not to question such things. "No phone call for this one," Tate ordered. "Let her cool off in holding until morning." As Naomi was led away to the cells, Calloway caught up with her in the hallway. "You picked the wrong city to act tough in," he sneered. Naomi turned to face him, and for the first time, a slight smile crossed her face. The expression sent an unexpected chill down Calloway's spine. In the hours that followed, Calloway filled out his report, matching Frawley's creative narrative perfectly. Every detail was crafted to justify the arrest, to paint Naomi as just another troublemaker who needed to be taught respect for the badge. What Calloway didn't realize was that Naomi wasn't just another troublemaker. And by morning, his world would never be the same.